careful. I have seen too many allies die to lose another. The piercing light awaits. The Niskaru took everything from me. My soldiers, my station, everything. All my life burned when Balor rose over the fields of battle. Be careful. I have seen the piercing light awaits. These Niskaro, they were not always in the war. It wasn't until the Witch Knight Malwyn started making pacts with them that they fought alongside the Tuatha. Be careful. I have seen too many allies. The piercing light awaits. close now. I've heard that the spear is guarded by the Niskaru warrior, Azagar. We will learn if it still is. I see the spear. The Niskaru was sure to press the attack. You must... I don't know what to feel. All the years I spent trying to claim this weapon, and I never truly thought I would. I was not fated to have it. Not until you came. You have thrown back the veil of fate and revealed what is truly possible. It's almost enough to make me believe in second chances. Yes, but it is so much more. This will end the siege of Mel Senshir. It will bring the death of the Balor. It will give me my chance for redemption. And I never would have laid hands on it, if not for you. Kind words, but not true. My day will come when Balor is dead at my feet. And I would be honored to have you beside me then, too. Meet me at Rathir, the city in the east. Together we will break the siege of Mel Senshir and turn the Tuatha tide. Because of my failure, Mel Senshir has suffered years of siege. Even if I kill Witch Knight Malwyn and save the city, their pain is still my fault. To get to Melsenshire, we need to take a ship from Rathir, and that means convincing Elund Karth, the city's ruler. With the wards down, I think we can get out this way. The liberation of Melsenshire is close. Hurry! With the wards down, I think we can get out this way.
Hello. Look how vast the sky is. Remarkable. So long.
Listen to me. This is important. If you choose to take the amulet, you must know the truth about it. It is ancient, they say. As old as the cradle of summer itself. Armen the Clever calls it his home, even though no one has reported seeing Armen for centuries. Edwin. He was my partner, and a good one. But soon as I saw the amulet, I had to have it. Stabbed Edwin, took the goods. You can farewell.
Hello there. Ah, a bottle of the Rialte Brocaire. This is going to treat me right. Yes, indeed. You've done me quite the boon fetching this, though I'll admit it leads me to outrageous wagers. For instance, this. If you can complete 8 labors of my choosing, I shall give you the treasures of Erethel. It is rare I meet a stranger such as yourself, and I would like to take this opportunity to set things right. I assure you the reward will be well worth it. Excellent! You've already fetched the Rialte Brocaire for me. That can count as the first of the 8 labors. Well done. Now, your next task. Take this letter to a man named Matix Dace in the village of Condrian to the south. That is all. He was once a kind man, good for a laugh or an encouraging word. When I kidnapped his sister, though, something inside him snapped. And I cannot blame him, of course. Matix Dace is the resident brewmaster of the Condrian Inn. He spent his entire life behind that bar. When you give him the letter, it's probably best if you don't mention me immediately. Let him figure things out for himself. Until later, then.
North he came, sword alight with frosted blood, to starkly carve a kingdom from a land of stone and flood. A hero true, a warrior born, his deeds the bards did daily sing. Exultingly, they crowned him king.
Greetings.
Good day. You're not from around here, are you? I am Eli Thames, and I could use your help with a delicate task. I'd heard it was a quiet town, but now I hear whispers of people mysteriously disappearing during the night. I haven't left the inn since I arrived. Inre Candrian became lord just before the Crystal War began. When the Tuatha invaded, he retreated to his keep and refused to come out. Left all Candrian to die just to save himself and his precious family name. Why, I am but a humble agent of change, endeavoring to be in the right place at the right time. Lord Candrian wears a large ceremonial signet ring. He removes it only to sleep. I need you to go to Candrian Keep and steal it. Ever since Indre Candrian became lord, the Candrian Guard have not left the area around his keep. The Tuatha are raiding the Candrian coast entirely unchecked, and this gravely worries the citizens of Rathir. We wish to inspire Lord Candrian to leave his keep and drive the Tuatha back into the sea, and the ring is the first step. Excellent. I'm told that Lord Candrian keeps it in his bedroom in Candrian Keep. Obtain the ring and return to me for another task. The keep is in the southeast corner of Candrian. Supposed to be impenetrable when it's sealed, but I've heard rumors that one could sneak inside through a cavern below it. Lord Candrian keeps the ring in his bedroom in Candrian Keep. Another time, then.
What'll it be? What'll it be? Used to be we could count on travelers passing through here every week. But now, we're lucky to have any visitors at all. My father was proprietor before me, and his father before him. Mel Aglear'd be nothing but a cinder too, if we weren't a quick march from Lord Candrian's keep. I suppose his lordship could live with letting his people die, but not if he could hear them screaming while it happened. Is that so? Let's take a look. That bastard! He murders my dear sister Jera in cold blood, then waits 30 years and thinks a note will make everything right. You tell Durfel that if I ever see him again, I'm going to gut him. Good day. Good day. Good day.
Hello. I trust everything went well delivering the letter to Matix Dace? I'm not sure he took kindly to it. Regardless, you have completed the second labor. For your next labor, I need you to retrieve a sword, Hellbane, off the body of a great Varani Blademaster known as Three Swords. He was called Three Swords for the three weapons he favored. He was one of the only mortals I've ever known to master the challenging art of wielding the twin Fey blades. I'm sure the Tuatha paid a mighty butcher's bill for it. Travel to the Tuwili coast, search near the shore, and follow the Tuatha bodies. Three Swords will not have fallen easily. News has recently come to me of the fall of a great Varani Blademaster known as Three Swords. He bested me, and instead of taking my life, he took my sword, Hellbane. I want you to find where Three Swords died and retrieve the weapon. Until later, then. Hello there. You have acquired Hellbane. Excellent. Now, for your next labors, I need you to collect some items. The Bloodstone, a circlet, and the Rose of Kandrian. The Bloodstone in particular must be bought. Here is some gold to do so. The troubles of the war have tilted its citizenry toward a more religious bent. Tread carefully there. Few creatures are as dangerous as a true believer. You need Hellbane to pluck the rose from the grave of Geradace, my wife. She was the most beautiful creature I have ever known, and she is dead. Let us leave it at that. The circlet is in a chest in the Scholia Arcana Library in Rathir. You'll have to be sneaky about how you obtain it. The Bloodstone is with Kel's Cafety and Tyrion's Rest. I've given you the gold to purchase it from him. The circlet is in a chest in the Scholia Arcana Library in Rathir. The Bloodstone is with Kel's Cafety and Tyrion's Rest, and the rose just south of here in Candrian. The circlet from the Scholia Arcana Library in Rathir, the Bloodstone from Kel's Cafety, and the rose of Candrian from the grave of Geradace. He is a lying, whoring, two-faced mongrel, a blight on the plains of Erethel for the better part of 20 years. Long ago, he cheated me in a game of cards, winning a gem known as the Bloodstone. I want you to get it back. Use the gold I have given you to get it back. If you can convince Kells to part with the gem for less, good. If you can't, do what you need to do. Well, if you don't have the skills to do so, take this book. Place it in the bookshelf to the left of the chest, and the chest should unlock. Let's just call it a legacy of my misspent youth, and not ask questions as to how it works. Now, go, get me that circlet. The magic of the headstone will allow the bearer of Hellbane to pull the rose from the stone as if it were alive. All right then, you'd best get going. Until later then.
Yes, yes. Lyria bless you. What'll it be? There's a dear. If you happen to be around there at any odd times, do keep an eye for that thief. Lyria only knows when they're doing it. I'm sure the priestess or White Nil would want to hear of it if you did find the scoundrel. Goodbye, then.
Approach and await the wisdom of the fates. I am the great Kel's Cafferty, sworn and scrupled servant to the Sisters of Destiny. Speak, that I may divine your future, and through my gift, bless your mortal soul. This town is full of old fools. Most of them will believe anything you tell them. I don't like strangers who ask a lot of questions. I'm sure Durfel is not very fond of me. I beat him in a game of cards many years ago, fair and square. By my standards, anyway. Traditionally, this sort of transaction happens under more discreet circumstances, if you understand my meaning. Tell you what, I'll part with it for a hefty price. Very well. It's practically highway robbery, but I'm not in any condition to argue. Pleasure doing business, friend.
Old Nareen Farm is back again. What can it mean?
I have a bit of cleaning up to do down here. However, I would be happy to give a brief lesson in the art of locks.
We have a problem. Elund Karth refuses to send any troops to assist Melsen Shir. The old fool never would listen to reason. A weapon is only as strong as the one that wields it, and a general is only as powerful as the army she leads. We need to convince Karth to lend us his aid. You can find him in the upper city, looking over the strait at Melsen Shir. The fool might as well be condemning the city. The man is not a warrior by nature. He cannot abide another risk for this city. But he's an idiot if he thinks we will get another opportunity such as this. They're in the city, but they can't join us unless Elund Karth grants his blessing for them to go with us. Agarth has gone to reason with him. He was a fine fighter, as I recall, but I do not know if his diplomacy is as practiced.
May your stay in Rathir be pleasant.
Students of magic, masters of spells.
It's a nightmare, it is. My lady Coriana won't eat. She won't sleep. All on account of a poor, sick Malian. Woe on House Anwan. Poor boy, he sleeps and tosses and turns. From the things he says under his breath, his dreams must be ghastly things. My poor lady, what grief she's known. Her daughters lost to Cluricon, and her husband to the war before that. Her son Malian is all that's left to her, and the only seed of House Anwan. The healers say bad blood, but my lady swears it's poison. He sleeps and sleeps, but he's never any better. Well, it's hard to say. The healers are no use. You could go to her yourself and ask. No harm in that. You'll find my lady in the house, by poor Malian's side, most likely. The young master's sickness, yes. He's the last one living, what with the others dead in the war. Oh, my masters aren't like some up Spire top. Just one name to our house, thank you very much, and nearly old as Rathir at that. There are but 2 left of Anwan blood. One soon enough if young Master Malian does not mend. Here, in House Anwan. She spends most of her time by poor young Malian's sickbed. Do help my lady if you can.
The City Watch never rests.
Good evening.
Hello.
Greetings.
Are you here for the evaluation? I've already administered the written copies. This will have to be an oral exam. Were it so easy to summarize an institution like the Scholia Arcana in a few short words, books, I think, do it slightly more justice. The Rathir chapter has some of the finest collections of manuscripts in the plains of Erythel. I guarantee it. I oversee the library in the Rathir chapter. Many walk the road of knowledge, but I make sure they do so in an orderly manner. Members of all ranks, regardless of their skill, must always know the value of research and perception. I understand you're not yet a member of our order, so consider this a preliminary exam. Take this book, read it, and understand what it means to be a mage of the Scholia Arcana. The Omnibus Arcana is a staple of the education in our institution. All first-year students are given a copy to study. The lessons involve an introduction to the rigors of studying magic, as well as the value of applying yourself to your studies. Each book is different for every user, but they all impart the same basic knowledge. This is the Omnibus Arcana. It is a magical text that holds the collected knowledge of our order. It is also imbued with a certain form of intelligence. Follow its directions as you would my own. This is an introductory text given to all first-year students. It's considered canon. The test begins in the courtyard. From there, you're on your own. Goodbye, then.
Greetings.
Artan Cade is an expert at dispelling in the Rathir chapter.
Greetings.
Hello.
Ah, welcome to the Scholia Arcana, young one. How may I be of assistance? Interested in a bit of... or if dispelling is your later then.
Wards can be a tricky thing if you don't know how to handle them. Keep care of yourself.
If you've come for the lecture on spellbinding, then you're running a bit behind schedule. Remember, everyone be sure to do the reading.
Alchemy is about creating something worth more than the sum of its parts. Try not to explode yourself.
Greetings.
Hello. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings.
Hello there. Ah, you have returned. Then your 7th labor awaits. Together, the items you collected comprise the Amrinthian Band, the crown of Kandrian kings. Your 7th labor is to reconstruct this crown. It is an ancient crown for ancient kings. That is all I will say on the matter. There is only one place where the Amrinthian Band may be reconstructed. On a rock. Find a Fey sagecrafter named Hendy and tell her I sent you. She will assist you in restoring the Amrinthian Band. Until later, then.
Good day.
It's not often I get visitors here in Anorak. What is your business? I can help you with your gems if you wish. Nothing too interesting. Just a lonely sage crafter. Durfel is a very old friend of mine. I haven't heard from him in years, though. It's nice to finally get some news of him. Indeed. I can feel the power emanating from the items you bear. Give me a moment, and I will reconstruct the band. There you are. Take it, with my blessings.
The Amrinthian Band. Alas, I would dearly love to dive into a lecture regarding this crown's rich and sordid history, but there is no time. You see, a man named Kurig Shasta has tracked you here. He and his band of mercenaries await outside, keen on shedding my blood. He is the man who murdered my wife, Jera, when Matix Dace had hired him to kill me. Kurig had wanted to take my life for a long time, and now he has more reason to. He wants the truth of Jera's death to die with me. I have to confess, these labors you've done for me have been for a single cause. I have been waiting for the day when I could meet Kurig once again. I sent you on labors to arm myself for this fight. They followed you to me just as I hoped they would, and now I need your help to fight them off. There is nothing to work. Now hurry and join. Farewell. There is no reasoning with Kurig Shasta. We must kill him now. Never mind. Always comes to us. Kurig Shasta had a contract out on my life the last 15 years. I'm glad the bastard's finally dead. I can finally begin to travel as I come upon my remaining days. Return to my home and you will find a secret door in the fireplace which leads to my treasure room. All of the treasure there now belongs to you.